Yo, what's good, everybody? What up, YouTube world? It's your boy SBX back with it with another video. And on this topic, I want to discuss on why and women be posting videos and stating these things about why men don't approach women no more. And I feel like I got a list on the reasons why us men doing this in this day and age. And it's because of how they carry themselves, the way that society is making it seem like, they have to do less while the men have to do everything and also have to be aware of everything. Everything is based on how you treat them, how you come off to them in that way. And also on top of that, fall into this whole manipulative tactics to, get what they want. But anyways, I'm gonna tell you 10 reasons why men aren't chasing women. Number 10 is just not being interested. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of women these days always face where if somebody broke their heart, like an ex boyfriend or husband or something like that, they're not thinking about niggas right now. They're not trying to move on. And if they are moving on, they just looking for somebody that could be better than their ex, or someone who can be more of like similar like their ex. So rather they getting into a toxic relationship or so, women want to feel like, you know, they need some sort of way to make them feel good by being with the same type of guys. You know what I'm saying? And most of the times when a good guy comes their way, they're just doubting him because of whatever the person don't have. Rather than style, swagger, or whatever you want to say, the money or the looks. They don't care about genuality. And this is like not talking about every woman, but the vast majority of women do this. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there's one thing where a man comes to a woman and say, "Hey, what's going on, beautiful?" and they just ignore them, walk past them, and just show little to no attention. But they get mad at the fact that when the tables are turned, where the men don't want to approach, no matter how good looking they are or how beat down they look, it's like they want. It's like it's an on and off switch, and men are not really on that shit. You know what I mean? Number nine is already in a relationship or just got a man. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna see a beautiful woman coming around your way. I'm not saying every woman is single, but sometimes the woman that we really want, like the nines and the tens, 9 out of 10, they're very much in a relationship, you know? And I would say, based on them really being faithful or not, it's like if they're faithful, they're not gonna think about another man except that man that they're with, or woman if they're in a gay lesbian type of like thing. But when it comes to like love, it's just based on devotion. So that's one thing that they have to be like, hey, I'm not going to pursue this woman because she has a man. But some women use that just to tell men to fuck off. It's like they're, first, like sound like their barrier. You know what I'm saying? So some women will be honest, some women won't. And the ones who aren't honest, like I said, they will use that tactic to say, yeah, I'm not interested. And even if they have a man, this is the most dangerous one right there. This woman is willing to, have this leap of faith and just be like, hey, even though I got a man, but let's see what more you can get out from me if you're going to keep talking like this. Or basically giving her what she probably would want. So sometimes with women these days, some, it's like they're willing to do some sort of upgrade versus being devoted for what they got, what works for them. So those are the type of women you should definitely avoid, is that they are already in a relationship, or better yet, willing to trade it all, even if she's in a relationship, and the lying ones who pretend that they are in a relationship. Number 8 is basically the fact that there is poor communication. So, of course, when a woman will say, like, they're not interested, they're ignoring you, they're saying little to nothing, you know? And when a guy be like trying to, run game, the lack of communication skills. So the thing is, of course, if a woman will like you, she's going to talk to you. She is going to engage in the conversation without even second guessing. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes a lot of women use this to show that they're not interested. But if they keep on doing it and playing hard to get, then it just shows that, hey, you're not the one. You know what I'm saying? So you make it known. Number 7, arrogance. Arrogance, conceitedness, whatever you want to say. Sometimes these women's attitude would show, rather if you in the relationship or in the verge of being in a relationship or whatever. So arrogance really do play a big factor on how women don't get some attention with men, because they feel like in their minds they're the prize. They don't have to do shit. Just their looks. That's it. And assuming that, she's independent but will use a man, and only use a man for his money. So self-centeredness, that's one other thing. So arrogance, self-centeredness, entitlement, all that. So I just kind of feel like women are very hypergamous by nature, so they want the best of the best. If they're gonna look the part, they're gonna have to act the part. So if there is a humble woman will be like, she's down for whatever, and she will love you and respect you for who you are. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that lacks on some women, is that they lack, humbleness, they lack open mindedness and stuff like that. And on number 6 is no accountability. Basically, accountability is a woman's kryptonite. And for example, let's say you talk to this girl, she's being rude, she's being disrespectful, she's being belligerent, or just basically acting like out of pocket. If you say, "Hey, how you doing? You look beautiful today," she get an attitude. She's being rude. She's acting like a bitch or whatever, and she did so dirty to you to the point that she's not thinking. Like, you didn't do nothing wrong to her. Like, she's just already starting drama. Like, basically, with a woman with no accountability, and she know what she did wrong, basically this toxic energy is basically what she's consuming on. Like, fuck the peace. It's all about, you know, showing some more drama and toxicity in this, relationship or this whole connection. Now, if a woman starts some shit, imagine how she's gonna be like in the relationship. And then when you try to break it off to her, she expect you to still come back and still feel like she don't have to apologize for the shit that she does. So a lot of men deal with a lot of breakups, a lot of divorce, and all that, and all this is initiated by women because like I said, with the arrogance and self-centeredness, and destroying a relationship just because you think this man doesn't set up to your standards, you know, and all that is doing to make you look worse in a relationship. And then when shit hits the fan, then you're gonna think, oh, It's your fault that I'm angry. It's your fault that I'm this. It's your fault versus you not taking any full accountability on your part. If you're pregnant and you hit it, and the next thing you know it, what I'm saying? It takes two to make a baby. So a man can't just be like, hey, I did my part. I'm going to take responsibility of that versus you opening up your legs and fucking every time Dick and Harry. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes women with accountability problems, I mean, I feel like a lot of women slowly take accountability, but immature, toxic females just don't consume accountability or even know what accountability is. So it's like they're not programmed or even taught to, to fix their wrongs. And most women these days will say how much they want to use men, treat them like shit, and all that. And a lot of men's like, no, I am not gonna let no woman disrespect me or ruin my chances. I got dignity. You know what I'm saying? Accountability. No accountability would ever make the relationship better. And number five, drama. Like I mentioned earlier about the arrogance and poor communication and no accountability. Women are too dramatical in every way. Every time if you like a woman, it's like, hey, she has this Jekyll and Hyde type feeling. Like 1 minute she cool, the next she's a bitch. Then she's back to being cool again. Then she's being overly dramatical, venting, ranting about who hurt her heart. Like, what I'm saying? Everything is always drama. Everything is always, my ex did this to me. Oh, my mom did this to me. My sister, my best friend. Everybody think I'm a hoe, and I need a man that will understand me. You see, you're not understanding me. You don't get me. You're sexist. You don't respect your mom. You don't love black women, and you don't like me because I'm this. You know what I'm saying? Versus again, taking ownership and think besides the box. But besides thinking logic, you use drama to make yourself feel good about this shit. So, so that's the thing about most women they don't understand is drama is not fun. It's a pain in the ass, and most men who would who have some sort of intellect would see like, hey, we value we value our peace, and drama is just not going to surface in our lives. And on number four is manipulation. See, playing mind games is something that a woman really feel like is the test to see how far they're gonna get with this man. And I honestly feel like when a woman all she does is manipulate just to get what she want or see some sort of like test and reaction to prove her theory about a guy, it just shows that she's a toxic person. You know what I'm saying? Rather, if a woman manipulate you to be like getting you the bag, or you know, just to get something out of you. But let's just put it in that perspective of, you know, money or getting you to do what you want. You know what I'm saying? Or just forcing you to do something that you're uncomfortable doing. You know what I'm saying? So with the manipulation, it comes with gaslighting. She will love you today and then she hates you tomorrow if you just don't agree on something, and she just giving you these crocodile tears, and on top of that just keep on complaining about why you ain't shit, you're a bad person because you speak your truth. And she just been trying to manipulate you to think that you're a horrible person, and make you push her theories, like put it in your head like a overly zealous religious person about what she believes about how she views you or life. You know what I'm saying? And if a woman really does like you or respect you, she would accept you. She would have just, I mean, even if she gave you your opinion, she would have like say, it is what it is. I respect that, or that's how you feel. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. But if a woman makes you believe in her bullshit or convince you to do something that you don't want you to do, and then she thinks that's, you know, not being a man or some sort of bullshit talk about, oh, if you don't pay me money, then you're not a man, then you don't love me. You know what I'm saying? It's like a fucking guilt trip your ass to be thinking like you're obligated to be with her. You know what I'm saying? You obligated to talk to her because, she's a woman versus you liking her for who she is as a woman. But needless to say, guys, you should never be with a manipulative person because if all they do is manipulate to get what they want, they're not a girlfriend, they're a scammer. And even online scammers is another way of manipulation is because they want to have this idea that they look the part, but when all they trying to do is just plot your money and shit, no matter if it's like women in your country or local or outside of the country, doesn't matter. Like manipulation is manipulation on every aspect. So if a woman only talk to you because she thinks she can get your money and finesse you for that, then that's still manipulation. Number three is selfish and self-centered. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the times when a woman is looking for a man, they're not wanting to do what a man wants to do. Like for example, a submissive woman would like agree to, you know, going to have dinner rather if the man cooks or the woman cooks. Go to a movie or get something to eat, and it's not like a fucking 5-star restaurant, nothing too bourgeois or some shit like that. Most of the times when you try to get into a relationship or you trying to meet with a woman, her standards and her way of thinking is just kind of like doesn't align. So if you're trying to get the woman and she's like, in order for you got to be with me, we got to go to this expensive restaurant. I want to buy some steak, filet mignon, steak and lobster, versus just going to a decent restaurant. Let's say it be Fridays, Chili's, Ruby Tuesdays, some sort of like authentic cultural restaurant, not too expensive, basically reasonable price, and get a certain food to bank for a buck, whatever stretch your money. And hell, it may be even crazy, like some shit like going to just McDonald's or Burger King. Like, I mean, on your first date, you want to make a good impression, sure. But when you want to be with her and on a chill day, you be like, hey, can I take you to Burger King or whatever? You hungry? Want some chicken? Or hey, let's get something this. Like there's moments that you don't want to always want to like live it up, drinking champagne and, you know, living this whole, fine dining shit. Because if a woman always have an expensive taste of shit and she just only care about herself, the things that you want to do revolves around her, it's fucked up. You gotta make sure that you feel like you have to, be like, hey babe, can we do this together? And she's willing to dictate if you can't hang out with your friends or if you can't go to the store by yourself or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They acting like fucking second moms. You know what I'm saying? You got a fucking curfew and shit. I mean, look, it's good to be considerate about to tell your woman where you're going, how long you're gonna be, and stuff like that. That's no problem. You know. So, I mean, with selfishness, it's like women can do whatever they want to do, but a man, he gotta like. Today's women, they expect men to be the servant slash, you know, handyman slash everything, and they don't want to do shit. We have to pick up the pace. We got to do all the cooking. We got to do all like the cleaning. We got to pay all the bills, and they just sit there and not do a damn thing. Men don't want to be around selfish women, and if we ask for something, you want to complain. Oh, that's too much. oh, you doing too much. That's you know what I'm saying? Why should I buy you this? You haven't done this for me lately. You did this. You didn't give me enough. I will feel like I should give you this. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why in relationships, when in marriage, women don't want to sign a prenuptial because they don't want to lose something that they want, which is money, which is a nice house, which is diamonds and jewelry, dresses and everything. You know what I'm saying? So, just like I said with Noah, like arrogance, the pork, the disinterest, just all that shit. Men are feeling like all this combines to really not being in love. You just only care about just the bag. You only care about what matters to you. Number two is cultural norms, meaning society, the double standards, everything else. Women are entitled to feel like they gotta be this, they gotta be that. But they feel like they wanna be more of a double standard where if a man hits a woman, you know what I'm saying, he not supposed to do that, but it's okay for a woman to hit a man. You know what I'm saying? A woman is okay to wreck your car. It's okay a woman to divorce you, even if the relationship was good. All this other shit. So in today's society, even with the Instagram and Snapchat, OnlyFans and stuff like that, a lot of the society is programming women to be immature hoes with no accountability, and they think that their pussy is gold. You know what I'm saying? So that's a problem, you know? And because of the simp culture, it's like a lot of good men, it's like, I'm not doing all that shit. What is worth being with a woman who doesn't love me, expect me to give her money, and give me little to no ass? You know what I'm saying? I want a good woman that will treat me right, cook for me, nurture me, help me with the kids, don't give me stress. You know what I'm saying? Know how to really vibe with me. And then lastly, at number one is fucking gold diggers. And like I said, we in a day and age is that OnlyFans and Twitter or X, what they call it now, etc., where even if a woman is willing to hoe herself out, or I mean, me personally, you you know, you could agree or disagree, but in my opinion, being a gold digger is a hoe move too. A hoe will fuck for money. A gold digger is willing to fuck if the money is right too. So it ain't no damn difference. Love shouldn't be just on your wallet, but at the same time, love is all about improvising. And some women will try to make you think, oh, a man should pay for this. I'd rather be a housewife. No, you're just here just to fucking want to spend my money and don't do shit. When the money is gone, then you dip. Some women will say, I don't do 50-50, but they will lie and cap about, oh, 50-50, I gotta do so much, and the man means he's broke. No, it means that you gotta do your part. I can have all the money in the world, but if I feel like you should help out, that's what a relationship is all about, is compromising. And women fail to fucking realize that. It's not even them not failing to realize that. It's just society says it's okay for a woman to spend all her money while using this man's money and they don't do shit. This whole I want to be a housewife, we're not living in the 40s. The feminists made it clear that y'all can get your own money, but it's y'all want to be men, but y'all want to be women at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So when a girl refuses to go to work, it's because she don't care to be independent. She don't care to be mature. She wants to be a grown ass fucking baby. That's what it is. She want to be pampered. She want to be taken care of. She just want to just not do nothing except be a gold digger. Like everything revolves around them. So, yeah, men are tired of this shit though, guys. Like at this point, women don't do nothing except talk shit, drama, and then every once in a blue moon, just like if it's raining or depends on a sunny day, get some ass, you know? And people will talk about, oh, women are changing. Women always have been what they've been for centuries. But it has nothing to do with being hurt. It has nothing to do with, you not having game. It's just the truth is, a lot of women think that they can sucker a lot of men, and then men are just now waking up and realizing, like, this whole simp shit, this whole love shit is cap. So when you don't, as a woman, if a man have to take accountability for what his mistakes are as humans, women should do the same thing too. If a woman loves a man, she should do her part to, help pay the rent, or do something like clean, cook, or, you know, be a mature woman and help raise a family or something like that. You know, and all you do is complain, bitch, drama, talk shit about your man, sleep around with another nigga just to get an opportunity, and then have this Jekyll and Hyde type of relationship mentality. You know what I'm saying? Today's women are nothing but toxic. I'm not saying every woman, but a good majority. You know what I'm saying? And when women are not logical, or just doesn't really broaden her mindset of seeing what's going on, all it is just showing that you're not worthy. You're not a queen. You're not a princess. You're a peasant. And niggas these days are not with it. Thank you guys for tuning in on this video. Please leave your comments on the comment sections below. I love to know everybody's opinion. Don't forget to hit that bell icon, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. SBX wrapping this up. Thanks for watching. Peace.